Today I'll be guiding you through a 20-minute practice. Begin by finding a nice comfortable seated position, maybe cross-legged, maybe just roll the shoulders back and down. Take a moment to take a couple of deep breaths, drawing air in and out of the nose, taking the time to center yourself before we begin moving today. Maybe you'd like to bring your hands and place them palms face down over the heart center. And just take a moment to ask yourself what your intention is for your practice today. Why have you shown up on the mat today? Hold that intention in your heart for a moment longer. And gently releasing the hands back down to the knees. We'll start with some gentle neck rolls. So just rolling your neck in one direction, feeling into any tightness or stickiness or tension. Moving as fast or as slow as feels good to you. And then moving in the opposite direction if you haven't already. Just noticing if this side feels a little different. And we'll move into some seated cat-cows. So inhale, shine your heart forward, lifting your chin. And then exhale, round through the spine, drawing your chin to your chest, keeping your hands on your knees. Inhaling forward. And exhaling, rounding back. Keep moving through your seated cat-cows at your own pace. Just starting to bring some mobility and movement into the spine. And we'll inhale back through center, reaching arms up to the sky. And on your exhale, grab onto opposite elbows above the head and start to draw some circles with the upper body. Moving around in big or little circles, starting to feel some movement into the upper body. And then coming back through center, inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, swapping sides, grabbing onto opposite elbows and moving in the opposite direction. Drawing circles with your upper body once again. Notice if this side feels a little different. Inhale, reaching arms up through center. On your exhale, drop your right hand to the floor next to you, reaching your left arm up and over, coming into a bend. Take a breath here. And then on your next inhale, reaching back up through center. Exhale, opposite side, left hand comes down, right arm reaches over. Take a breath here, really feeling into the stretch through the right side body. And then we'll inhale back up through center, reaching arms up tall. And exhale, place the hands down onto the mat in front of you and start to fold forward over the legs. Keeping the legs crossed if that's where they are. And just allowing yourself to fold to whatever depth feels right in your body today. Maybe find a little bit of movement just to really feel into those hips. Inhale, walk the hands in slowly, switching the legs over, crossing legs in opposite way. And then start to walk the hands forward once again, finding that forward fold on the opposite side. Again, find a bit of movement if that feels good in your body, just noticing how this feels in the hips. It can be quite a deep stretch into the hips. Remember to breathe. And then on your next inhale, slowly walk the hands back in towards the body, and then rolling over the legs, coming into a tabletop position. And start to move into some cat-cows. As you inhale, you drop the belly, lift the chin and the gaze, roll the shoulders back and down the spine, and as you exhale, pushing away from the floor, rounding through the spine, chin draws to chest. Inhale, drop the belly into your cow. Exhale, push away from the floor into your cat. Start to find some movement in your cat-cows now. The opportunity to move in a way that feels good in your body. Maybe you start to move into some body rolls. Maybe you start to draw figure eights with your hips. Maybe close down the eyes and just feel into your body. Moving in the opposite direction if you haven't changed already. Continue to breathe as you move. Stay in your tabletop and start to walk your hands forward to the top of your mat. Keeping your hips stacked over your knees, lower your chest and your chin down towards the mat, coming into your puppy pose. There's a deep opener through the chest and the shoulders, so if you need a little more support, you can place a block or a pillow underneath your chest or your chin. And just allow yourself to sink into this stretch, remembering to breathe. And then slowly walk the hands back into tabletop. Tuck those toes, rock your hips back and forwards a couple of times just to open through the feet. Maybe find a little bit of movement in the hips. And then plant the hands down, push the hips up towards the sky. Find your first downward facing dog. Take a moment for alignment here, pushing away from the floor with the hands. Drawing hips up towards the sky, belly button draws towards the upper thighs. Maybe find some movement, walking the legs out, right and left, left and right. Just feeling into the opening through the back body. Finding stillness now. And then slowly start to walk the feet towards the hands at the front of the mat, step by step into a forward fold. Again, maybe finding a little bit of movement, walking the legs right and left, left and right. And then find stillness in your forward fold. Bend through the knees, start to roll up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming into your Tadasana, your mountain pose at the top of your mat. Feet are hip width apart, palms facing forward, shoulders roll back and down. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, swan dive forward into your forward fold. We'll inhale, halfway lift, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. Grabbing on to opposite elbows here, finding your ragdoll. Maybe you sway side to side. Finding a little bit of movement. Maybe nod the head, yes and no. Decompressing through the spine. One more breath here. And release the hands. We'll inhale back up to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Stepping your right foot back, right knee down. Find a low lunge. Keep the hands down for now and just find a bit of movement into the hips. Inhale, rising up with the arms, finding a low lunge. Take a moment here to check in with your posture. Draw your tailbone down towards the floor and engage your core to protect your back. Keep pushing through the top of that right foot and pushing through the heel of the left foot, reaching up. On your exhale, plant the hands down, frame that front foot, and then step back into a plank. Drop the knees, lower your chin and your chest to the floor. Inhale to a cobra, and then exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths in your down dog. And then inhale, right leg rises. On your exhale, right foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Untuck the back toes of the left foot. Find some movement into the hips once again. Plant the foot down, reach the arms up to the sky, finding your low lunge. Again, tuck that tailbone down towards the floor. Engage your core, push through those feet, keep everything activated. Making sure that knee is stacked over your ankle. Reach the arms up. Inhale here. And then exhale, framing that front foot, stepping forward into a forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reaching up to the sky. And exhale, hands through heart center in prayer. And we'll inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat back. And exhale, folding forward. Place your hands underneath your feet, coming into gorilla hands. Use your toes to massage the palms of the hands and then pull yourself down into a forward fold. If that's a little bit too much, you can use peace fingers on the big toes and again drawing yourself towards your knees, pulling elbows out to the side. Release the hands. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down. Step your left foot back, left knee down. Find your low lunge. Inhale, rising up into your low lunge. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Plant the hands, step back into a plank, lowering the knees, then the chest and the chin. Inhale to a cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in your down dog. And then we'll inhale, left leg rises to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Inhale, rise up to your low lunge. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale here, and exhale, frame that front foot, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Release the hands down by your side, finding your Tadasana. And then we'll inhale, reach arms up towards the sky, hands into prayer, and exhale, sink your hips back, finding your chair. Draw your hands in through heart center. And then we'll inhale, step onto that left foot, lift your right foot and step it back into a high lunge. Reach arms up towards the sky, checking in with your alignment. Draw that tailbone down to the floor, square your hips. Keep that front knee stacked over your ankle. Reach up to the sky with the hands. Take a breath here. Then on your exhale, left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Try and keep your hips where they are and just twist from the upper body, opening through the upper body, through the spine. And you can gently reach that left hand towards your back leg, reaching your right arm up and towards your back heel, finding a slight back bend in your twist here. Inhale back up through your twist. Then exhale, plant that right hand down. Reach your left arm up towards the sky, keeping that back knee lifted, finding a twist. Feeling an opening through the hip, a twist through the spine. Breathe here. Exhale, frame that front foot. And step your left foot back to meet the right. You can drop the knees here, or you can keep the knees lifted this time, lowering your upper body through your chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra or your upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in your down dog. Maybe finding stillness or movement. And then pick up your right hand. See if you can reach it towards your left ankle. Use the hand to pull yourself underneath that left shoulder, gaze coming under the left shoulder and finding a twist. Release the right hand back through center, plant the hands down, step, hop or jump forward into your forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Moving to the other side. Place our hands down into Tadasana. Inhale, reach up to the sky, hands through prayer and heart center. Exhale, sink the hips back, find your chair once again. Plant down through the right foot and step that left foot behind you, find your high lunge. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, sinking into your posture. Draw through the heel of the back foot, tailbone down to the floor, engage your core. Breathe here. Inhale here. Then on your exhale, right arm goes back, left arm forward, find a twist. Continue pushing through the grounded feet. Keep your hips square, twisting from the spine in the upper back rather than through the hips. Maybe your right hand comes to the back of the left leg and your left arm reaches back, finding a back bend in your twist. Listening to your body and what it needs. Inhale, coming back up through your twist. And then on your exhale, left hand comes down next to your right foot, right arm reaches up to the sky. Keep the back knee lifted, finding a twist. You can drop the back knee here if you need a little bit more support in the posture. Plant the hands down, step back into your plank, take your version of your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment in your down dog, in stillness or finding movement. Then plant down through the right hand. Reach that left arm over to the right ankle and see if you can bring your gaze underneath the right shoulder. And release hands back through center. Plant the hands down, step, hop or jump into your forward fold. Walk the feet out so that they're mat width apart with toes facing away from you, and start to sink the hips down towards your heels, finding your malasana, your yogic squat. If you need more support, you can place a block or a bolster or a pillow underneath the bottom. Bring hands into prayer, elbows pushing the knees wide, feeling the opening through those hips. Keep your spine straight here, drawing tall through the crown of your head. Maybe close down the eyes. Remember to breathe. And then sink your weight back onto your bottom, finding the center of your mat. Keep your feet grounded on the mat in front of you. Start to lean your weight back slightly, straightening through the spine, palms face down onto the mat, and then lift your feet up off the mat. Maybe you extend your arms long and start to tap your feet, engaging through your core. Tapping right foot to the floor, lifting, tapping left foot to the floor, lifting. Keep moving through this at your own pace, remembering to breathe, keep your core engaged. And then release the feet down to the mat. Allow yourself to fold over the bent knees, bringing your head towards your knees. Just taking a moment here to rebound. Then inhale back up, scoot yourself to the middle of your mat. Start to roll down onto your back and draw your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a squeeze. Just feeling into your body, maybe placing hands onto the knees and starting to draw circles with the knees, massaging out the low spine. Moving in one direction and then switching sides and moving in the opposite direction. taking these last moments of movement, listening to what your body needs. And then you can extend your legs up towards the sky, placing your hands down beside you, and just start to draw circles with the ankles, allowing the blood to rush back down to the hips, towards the heart, bringing some mobility into the ankles. And then option to take a happy baby here, grabbing on to outer blades of the feet, drawing knees in towards your armpits. Maybe finding movement, rocking side to side, or finding stillness. Listen to what your body needs. And then release your left foot back down to the mat. Extend that left leg long. Draw your right knee in towards your chest, and then draw that right knee over to the left side, finding a spinal twist. Your right arm can extend out into a T. Maybe your gaze comes over towards the right hand. Placing a block or a pillow under that right knee if it needs a little bit more support. And start to draw yourself back through center. Hug your knees into your chest and extend that right leg long, this time drawing your left knee over to the right side. Left arm extends out into a T. Maybe your gaze comes over towards the left hand. Moving into a posture that feels good in your body. Breathing in any posture that you've chosen for your body today. And gently coming back through center. One last hug of the knees in towards the chest. And then extending your legs long as we move into Shavasana. You can extend your hands out wide or placing the palms on the body, one on the tummy and one on the chest, feeling into your breath and your body. You can take as long as you wish in your Shavasana. Maybe pausing the video and staying here for a little longer. Or when you're ready, you can come to a seat as you finish your practice today. Thank you for joining me in today's class. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.